Welcome back, everybody, to a brand new season. 2018 is already here, Thomas. I can't believe after this long, hot summer, we're ready to play some football. But start off with the top. Number one question, Westlake or Lake Travis?
Westlake or Lake Travis? Rick, I'm going to wait till October before I make that pick.
We'll let that one slide this time.
Okay.
A different type of question. What is your favorite stadium to cover a football game in this area?
Oh, no question, House Park. I mean, I love the history. I love the evolving Austin skyline from the prettiest little stadium in the area. Look, House Park was built in 1939. I've been there a lot of Friday nights. I've seen my kids play in that field, and I've seen a lot of memorable games. I love it. It's part of Austin's history. I hope it never goes away.
And the skyline's beautiful. I'm going to go with Wimberley. You've been to Wimberley.
Awesome stadium.
I mean, they've got that canyon, they've got that mountain, they've got the moon coming down, you know, and it seems like the entire town is there. But I love to go to Wimberley. I love to go to House Park too.
Yeah.
Let's get to business. 3 new teams in the area: Pflugerville Weiss, Leander Glenn, Maynard Tech. Which team has the best chance to have success right off the bat?
Well, I think Glenn and Weiss could both be competitive, but I really think Glenn in the Leander School District with Coach Rob Schoenfeld, former OC at Cedar Park, he's had 3 years to build this program for this year. He's had time to plan. He's done a good job of it. They have seniors on that team. I think Glenn steps into varsity play and is an immediate playoff contender. New Tech's going to have a little bit of work. I think Weiss could be competitive, but I look for Glenn this season to have a good, strong year.
I look for Glenn too, and one thing about Glenn and Weiss, Glenn beat them last year 32-0 in a JV game. So I kind of think that might carry some weight going into the first season. So I'm going to take Glenn. Second question, what first-year coach at a new school is walking into the best situation?
Well, if we're looking at the 2018 season, I love what Brad LaPlante and the Hutto Hippos can do. LaPlante's the former OC. He steps in for Steve Van Meter. He is arguably the best quarterback in the area, and Chase Griffin, a senior who's pledged to UCLA. He's got 2,000-yard receivers. He has Chooks Nwabuko, a running back. Hutto's loaded. Now, for the long term, I think Tom Gammerdinger at McCallum has a good chance to really build on what Charles Taylor did. Look, McCallum had about 40 players come out for freshman football this year. That's numbers that the rest of the Austin School District would die for. So I like McCallum in that 5A district.
You said Charles Taylor. I'm going to go with Charles Taylor with Pflugerville, and you're going to say, well, why him? Because Pflugerville hadn't been to the playoffs, I believe, since 2012. Yep. I think the upside of playing at Pflugerville High School is greater than McCallum. He told me a story that last year when he was at McCallum, he only had 70 players from freshman team to varsity. At Pflugerville High School, he had 180 that showed up for the 3 teams. I don't think they're going to win this year, but long term, I think he's going to do fine just there.
Pflugerville dropping down to 5A. If they stay 5A numbers, I agree with you, Rick. That's a great job for Taylor.
2 more questions. MVP of Central Texas will be?
Garrett Wilson.
Who?
He plays basketball. Oh, we talking football?
We're talking.
Garrett Wilson.
Again.
I think he's the best receiver to come out of the Austin area for you Orange Bloods. Unfortunately, he's playing up at Ohio State next year. Does it all for Lake Travis. If they need him to play defense, he'll do it. If they need him to return kicks, he'll do it. If they need him to play nose guard, he could probably do that. I like Garrett Wilson, the receiver at Lake Travis.
I like Chase Griffin, Hutto. I think this could be Hutto's greatest team ever. He averaged 319 yards passing by himself last year, 39 touchdowns. He's going to UCLA for a reason.
Yep.
And so,
it's not film school.
No. And he's fantastic. Last question. Will Lake Travis put another star in their helmet?
Probably yes. I think they would have beaten Allen last year if quarterback Matthew Baldwin had stayed healthy and if Hudson Card had stayed at receiver. They only lost by a couple of points anyway. If Caleb Winson, defensive lineman, and a linebacker named Matthew Peterman, if they can solidify that Lake Travis run defense, they can hold up against some of these power running teams, I do think they win that 7th star on their helmet.
I see them beating Allen in the state championship game 34-17. Book it right here.
Wow, okay, I will.
34-17. They got to shore up the defensive backfield. They had some holes last week against Cedar Ridge in the scrimmage, but they will Hank Carter is great at in-game management.
Yeah, and the arrival of Hunter Henry from Cedar Park, a defensive back,
going to be a big
that'll
addition.
help out.
Well, that'll do us for the first edition of the High School Blitz. Please join Thomas Jones and I all year long as we look forward to games, look behind at games being played. And again, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you soon.